Hi, my name is Eddie, and this is a reading for Capricorn from the 19th of May until the 4th of June. So from the new moon until the full moon. So I'm going to shuffle your cards now. And I'm using my Tower of Prague deck. I'm just going to lay down your 10 cards on the table. Right, let's have a look at what's going on and what's going to happen in the coming weeks. So the first card is in the here and now, the present situation. What's going on around you at this time? Okay, the card I get is the King of Pentacles. Okay, the feeling with this card is that there is more security on the way. Okay, could well be you've been waiting for some news around a money or a work situation, and it's showing some good news in that respect. It's also could well mean there's been something which has been up in the air and you have to kind of sort of tie up some loose ends here. Okay, it's very much this feeling of you gaining more certainty or even more commitment around a situation. Okay, I do sense there has been a lot of this kind of sort of pushing and pulling, blowing hot and cold. But things are shown to become more on an even keel. Okay, I do sense that energy around you now. Okay, so it could well be that you've made some type of decision recently, or you found the answer within yourself. Okay, it's like you find the security within yourself, and then things will become more secure for you on the outside. It's kind of inside out, and there is a bit of a delay sometimes between the inside and the outside. Okay, but it will manifest onto the outside as well. I do get like this vision of like this kind of sort of acorn, you know, and a whole great big tree is inside that acorn. Okay, so it's very much the same with you here. You've had some ideas and it's going to start to materialize on the outside, and it's something quite big, something quite huge. There's a lot of abundance which is shown here for you as you move forward. Card crossing is the 10 of Pentacles. I mean, that's very much confirmation, because the 10 of Pentacles is also about more security. It's about abundance. I suppose the only blocking thing here is this circle which I see here on the card. Okay, so it could well be that you have been going around in circles. Okay, you're being pulled one way and then the other. Okay, but there is this kind of sort of turn around, you know, and actually looking closer at this circle here, it's like a circle of abundance. Okay, so it's more about you thinking about abundance rather than feeling lack. Because whereas before you would start perhaps thinking about abundance and then the next moment thinking about lack of abundance, and then it'll kind of sort of cancel each other out and you end up just staying the same. Where with the circle here, it's abundance all the way around. Okay, so it's like building up this positive momentum around money, abundance, around work, around opportunity, and then it will start to show up in your life. And very, very strong cards, the first two cards here for you. Even the blocking card is actually coming through as positive, and the only thing really is to keep up the momentum, okay, and to just focus on the abundance and not let lack come into it. So in the past, coming to the present, I've got the Page of Cups. Okay, I do sense you've had some good news recently. Okay, you were kind of sort of waiting on some news, and I do sense there has been some good news here. There's also something here about some good news around a love situation. Okay, if it hasn't happened yet, then it's on the way, but it kind of stems from the past, so it could well be that someone has been thinking about this. There's also something here about some type of risk or leap of faith which you took. It's like going out of your comfort zone. That's what I get here. Okay, doing things differently to how you've done them before. It could well be that a lot of fear like got in the way, or a lot of worry, but there's a strong sense of doing it anyway. Okay, feeling the fear and doing it anyhow. Okay, and then that's what drives you forward. So looking more forward, I've got the World card here in the reversed position. So the feeling here is that you're going to lose the world, but you're going to gain it. Okay, it's positive, like in the sense there's been a lot of toxic, negative energy around you. Okay, and it could well be, again, this kind of sort of vicious cycle where one moment you're focusing on what you want, and then the next moment you're focusing on what you don't want. Okay, so things have kind of sort of remain the same. And with the world in the reverse position looking forward, because of the cards in the here and now, and about abundance building up for you, the feeling here is that you're kind of going to get rid of what doesn't serve you any longer. You're going to get rid of what doesn't kind of help you. Okay, it's like clearing this toxic energy. You know, I do sense, or I see like this vision of you around town. It's symbolic, but walking around with all these bags of rubbish. Okay, it's like you clear the bags of this rubbish. Okay, not only will you lighten up and go much faster towards what you want, but you can also put some good stuff in those bags as well. But don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, because there is a lot of good things going on in your life at the moment. Okay, it's just a bit of fine tuning I get here with you. Okay, and pushing the balance more towards abundance rather than lack of abundance. So let's have a look at the card in the goal position, which is the Sun card. Okay, this is the best card in the pack. Okay, you know, it's showing you actually wanting the better things in life. Okay, perhaps some people do give up, but quite clearly, you know, it shows you kind of sort of working towards this. Okay, trying to find a breakthrough. Yes, I was given sink or swim. Okay, but quite clearly, you know, it shows you kind of sort of swimming here. Yes, there are some days where it's not easy. Okay, and sometimes you have to kind of sort of take a break. You know, take 5 or just step back for a while and then get back in the game. Okay, but with the Sun card, it kind of shows you wanting brighter happenings here. Okay, that's what keeps you going. Okay, and it's, you know, it's on the way. Okay, but there's a strong sense there's a need to have a good clear out first, but don't be scared. Okay, you've got to make some difficult decisions here. Okay, but you are going to make the right choices. Okay, and then new things are going to open up for you. You're going to lighten the load more than anything. Yeah, I mean, with the Ace of Swords here, this is the card of the subconscious. Notice we've got a victory wreath here on the World card, and also here on the Ace of Swords as well. Okay, so victory is just around the corner. Okay, it starts off on the inside and then it starts to show up on the outside. Okay, it's like you've got to get rid of something. It's like clearing this block, which then opens this way forward for you. There could well be a situation around you where, I mean, I'm being given this double-edged sword, where in one way it's very positive, but in another way it's very negative. Okay, it's like you're being pulled two ways, you know, around this situation. But what I feel you doing is kind of sort of moving away, and then you'll put yourself into a position of power, and this person or this situation will come towards you. Then you can choose whether to have them back or not. Okay, not the other way around. Okay, whereas before you would ask the situation or person to choose. It's like the tables are turning here. It's also about this laser sharp focusing. Okay, it's about focusing on what you want. Okay, so focusing on this abundance, if you like. Okay, and not focusing on the lack. And the more you can focus on that abundance, the more it's going to start showing up in your life. Yeah, I mean, the next card is the advice card, which is the 7 of Pentacles. So quite clearly, you know, it's very much confirming much of what I've said there. There's abundance here shown in this tree. It's growing. It's like that acorn. It's all inside that acorn. But sometimes you do need to step back, as I said. Okay, sometimes things can be overwhelming and there's a need to step back from the situation, or at times you can't see the wood for the trees. Okay, and then in stepping back you can see what needs to be done, and then you may have to make some small changes. Okay, in fact, you know, the more and more you can step back, you allow something to grow. It's a bit like if you've got a plant and you keep watering it, it's going to die eventually. Okay, at times you need to step back just to reassess things, and then come back, water it, step back, come back, water it. And that's the kind of advice which is given here for you. So on the outside at the moment, I've got the Empress card in the reverse position. Again, there is some sticking point here, okay, and it does affect you at a deep level. So again, it's a situation around you which has two sides, one positive and one challenging or negative. Could well be this toxic energy around you as well, very kind of negative energy. But there is also a good side as well. So that's what makes the decision so difficult. But as I said, the best way forward is just to let go, move forward, put yourself into a position of power. Sometimes with negotiations, if you like, the best position to be in is to actually walk away. That's putting yourself in the best position here, and then you can choose later on down the line. So the next card is your hopes and your fears, which is shown by the Four of Wands reversed. I suppose the biggest fear is that nothing's going to change and everything's going to stay the same and you're going to remain stuck. But quite clearly from the cards here, it does show you kind of sort of letting go of something, losing the world to gain it. You must lose the world to gain it. And it clearly shows you doing this here with the World card in the reversed position. It's kind of letting go of what no longer serves you. It's letting go of what's been holding you down, holding you back, this negative, this toxic energy, and then something new is shown to open up for you. So the final card is the Chariot card in the reversed position. I mean, there is something here about slowing down. It does show you are going to slow down. It's like you've been getting nowhere fast. That's the overall energy which I get here, like banging your head against a brick wall. Okay, it's a bit like you're wanting to move to the next level in a computer game, but you haven't picked up all the pieces, so you need to go back, pick up all the pieces, and then you can move forward. So it clearly shows you doing that. It shows you kind of sort of stepping back, seeing what needs to be done, and then moving forward. There could be delays here around a house movement or house changes or cancellations around a holiday or some changes there as well for you. And you may experience, you might have already actually, like a flat tire, but it's nothing to worry about. It may be someone else's, but you'll see it somewhere. And it's just a message just to say slow down. And the more you can slow down, it's a bit of a paradox. The more you can slow down, the faster you're going to get towards what you want. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to comment. There's also links for free daily readings, personal readings, to buy me a coffee, and to my crystal shop. Thank you.